in the pasture, run them in the pen, work them on the Sundays, do it all again. Race them in the sand, buck them in the mud, drip a cowboy's sweat, bleed a cowboy's blood.
I'm tie-down roper Tyson Durfee, and you are watching the Pepper Stewart Show.
What? What is going on? What's going on, people out there in Ranch and Rodeo Land? What's going on? What's up? What's going down? We got stuff for you guys tonight, as we always do, coming to you live right here in our, if you don't know, now you know, we're coming to you live right here in our very own studio now. We have now taken it over. It's ours. They upgraded for us. We've got a brand new fancy knobs and buttons over here. 1080 HD. They put in some HD cameras in here. All right. So
now you can see me.
Yeah. You may not want to. You may not want to see him that clear. But now you can see him. You can see him right there. But yeah, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So here we are. We're here talking about stuff, doing stuff. That's what's going on today. We got a lot of stuff for you. A lot of stuff lined up. A lot of stuff going on in the ranch and rodeo world. In the news of stuff, we got a couple of tickets we're giving away for the Iron Cowboy, the American. We're going to ticket giveaway today. We got the drawing for the people that went on Facebook and shared the flyer and shared it, liked it, tagged, all that mess. One of you lucky folks is going to win tickets. And then we'll probably even do another question for a pair of tickets. We may ask another question randomly. I don't know. We're talking to people today. We're going to talk to an author, Karen Rock. Karen Rock. You're going to be like, Karen Rock, what does that mean? She writes books. That's what authors do. They write books. And actually, I had the opportunity to not necessarily contribute, but I got to give some insight on one of the books that she wrote a few years back that had to do with rodeo and a rodeo guy. So it was kind of fun to be able to visit with her and help with some of the lingo and terminology in the rodeo world. So I hope you guys like that. And she's got a couple other books out right now. So we're going to ask her about those here in a little bit, talk about that. And then bull riding, Alabama, next weekend, the 12th and 13th, I believe. We'll find out here after a while. But we're going to talk to Ricky West of Ricky West Bucking Bulls, putting on that deal. PBR Tour Pro is a great event for the community. It's a community deal. It's a great deal. And he's going to tell you all about that. And then we got stories and stuff. So with that, I guess we can get on to our stories. And right off the bat, we're gonna stick it in the face of Tex, since he is here today, with our cattle news and cattle stories. We'll kick it off with that. Our cattle stories brought to you today. This segment sponsored by the Texas Southwestern Cattle Raiders Association. You can join them at the Cattle Raiders Convention in Fort Worth, Texas, March 23rd to the 25th. And tickets are on sale right now. So if you want to go out there, the sooner you get the tickets, the better. The sooner you get them, the better. So you want to get in on those tickets. So what do you got? You got cow stuff? What's going on over there?
Well, speaking of Texas Southwestern Cattle Raiders Association, I need to remind everybody that if you don't have a sign and you're a member, you need to get one of those signs and put on your gate.
Yes.
Because that is an important, I can't think of the word now. Important investment.
All right.
Because you don't want things like this to happen to you.
No, you don't want that to happen to you.
A horse trailer stolen in North Texas.
Uh-oh.
It wasn't me. I live in East Clarify. I did not get this horse.
What
I am looking for a horse trailer though, so he might know they got one. But probably not this guy. I don't want this horse trailer, but he might know someone that does not match this description. I'm interested. The Steffel horse trailer near Weatherford in Parker County. That's out west of the Metroplex. Actually, stolen sometime after Christmas.
They need to haul it. Somebody got horses for Christmas. They need to haul them, right?
Yeah. Steve, maybe more than one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. They broke a lock on the gate and pumped the door lock and ignition on their vehicle that gained access to the 2004 horse champ trailer in Blushing with a loading ramp. Hey, this is the kind of trailer I'm looking for.
There you go. You want a hot one, though?
I don't want this one. This is the kind of one I'm looking for.
All right.
Can I repeat that? A first 4-horse champ trailer with brushing room and loading ramp. Get your take your plate number. This is the one I'm not looking for.
All right.
DVB Y10. VIN number ending at 8438. Anyone with information on this stuff is urged to contact Texas Southwestern Cattle Racer Association. Anonymous. You can contact and give anonymous information. Or information anonymously. Yeah.
Anonymously. You'd be anonymous in there.
Yeah. And you are guaranteed, and the anonymous guarantee and cash reward may be offered for any information leading to an arrest.
All right.
On grand jury indictment.
Uh-oh.
So they won't find a horse trailer.
All right.
As do I. A horse trailer.
All right.
We also somebody else stole something. You gotta have a trailer. You got a trailer. What else do you need?
Well,
If you have a horse, you need a chattel.
A what?
Chattel. Chattel.
All right.
Right before, couple weeks before Christmas, County Sheriff Deputy Brad Wilson was called to the scene of a burglary. The perpetrator broke into a building on the ranch and stole multiple chattels and tax.
Uh-oh.
Multiple. They recovered two of them. They were traded. They recovered two of them that were traded for fake methamphetamine, and then set up a control buy for the two additional chattels.
All right.
Not only not only was a blood deal going on, these were not really these are amateur blood dealers.
Amateur, how you know the difference?
Oh, they didn't know what methamphetamine was. I mean, they were kind of rookie.
Or maybe they were just so excited to get some they didn't double check it.
They didn't test it. That could be two. I don't know. I'll probably be one of them too. I probably don't know what stuff look like either.
Do you want to test it or you want what?
I don't want to test it.
Oh.
I just don't want to. I would like to know what it looked like, the real stuff.
Gotcha, bitch.
But privately, they interview multiple layers of individuals who harnessed the stolen goods, working back for each layer and eventually linking this guy to the burglary.
All right.
So yeah. Ooh, what? Hey.
What? Oh, hey, yeah, what happened? Keep going. Keep going.
With the chest effective in your hand, Sheriff Deputy Harker Link is checking suspect.
Uh-oh, two of them.
Addison Ray Reynolds, 22, of Raywater, Texas.
You know this guy?
Yeah, I've been there a few times. I may know this guy. I think he's my long brother.
I thought you
at the bar.
I thought you could say your dancing partner.
No, I don't dance with men publicly.
On purpose.
Yeah, Reynolds, who was arrested at Bragg County Deputy, he booked and later went for the Midland, and they made him custody with a $175,000 bond.
All right.
He was arrested on the California burglary of building. Oh, the original guy, McDougal, the one that they caught the first time,
All right.
was he checked for a $100,000 bond for the burglary, and it was not a bond or parole violation, and remained in custody. They both confessed to them. and they have faced state jail felony. So, moral of the story: don't take cattle from Tat, and don't take horse trailers.
All right.
So, don't steal it.
Don't steal stuff. Buy stuff. All right. All right. So now you're looking at me. I guess it's my turn to tell you about some stuff. Here we go. More cow news for you. South Korea. There's been a lot of stuff in Korea news and stuff going on, and the interweb nets is having fun with stuff going on. Am I in the right country? Korea? I guess so. Here we go. South Korea. The U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer has announced that negotiations on amendments and modifications to the United States Korea Free Trade Agreement will be held in Washington, D.C. on January the 5th. That is tomorrow. Unless you're watching replay, then it's January the 5th, by the way. The U.S. delegation will be led by Michael Beeman, Assistant U.S. Trade Representative for Japan, Korea, and APEC. The Republic of Korea delegation at the meeting will be held by Mung Hee-ha, the Director General of Ministry of Trade, Industry of Energy, MOTI. With recent completion of the regulated domestic procedures in Korea, both delegations are meeting on January 5th to engage in advanced negotiations to improve the KORUS. That's what it says. The KRUS FTA, all right, which would be Free Trade Agreement, or EFTA. Not Kofifi. I think that word got banned. At the direction of President Trump in July of 2017, Lighthizer initiated talks to consider matters affecting the operation of the KORUS, including the amendments and modifications to resolve several problems regarding market access in Korea for U.S. exports, and most importantly, to address a significant trade imbalance. 2017, the United States and Korea convened two separate sessions, not just one, but two separate sessions of the KORA, which is the Korea Free Trade Agreement. The joint committee, which was held in August and in October, so probably, hopefully, here in January, they will get something figured out, and they will once again find out that U.S. beef is what's for dinner. One more here. Let's go to Mexico. Right here, Mexico. Mexico.
Boys Town, Mexico.
Is that where you go?
Yeah, I'm really vacation.
Dream. Okay. Do not Google that, by the way.
Boys Town.
Yeah.
There's not even boys in Boys Town. I hope not.
What? All right. We'll just skip right over that one. All right. Mexico. Mexico proposed beef grading standards might be confusing because Mexican products may have identical grade names as the USDA grades, but offering a substantial difference in eating quality. All right. So the Mexican government recently opened a proceeding in which the grading standards are proposed for Mexican beef. The Mexico's Secretary of Agriculture, Livestock and Rural Development, Fisheries and Food. That's a lot of stuff for one person. It's Sagarpa. They accepted the public comment proposal through December 19th. The U.S. Meat Export Federation. They fielded comments in the proceeding which raised concerns about how English grade names could be used interchangeably with Spanish names. They're trying to come up with some bilingual terms for beef grades here. They're afraid it could create confusion in the marketplace and diminish the value of the U.S. beef industry that derives from the USDA grading system. So they're concerned about that. And the reason why they're concerned about it is this right here. Mexico's proposed standard also includes no distinction from bull to steer. All right. So therefore, they're not distinguishing the two. So they're not distinguishing a bull from a steer. Which, if you eating beef, you can tell the difference. There's a difference in the meat, the toughness of the meat. So therefore, a carcass of an intact male, which would be a bull, could be graded the same as a carcass from a steer or castrated male. even though there's a difference in quality of meat derives from the intact versus the castrated males. So yes, there is a difference. I don't know how noticeable it is because I've taken steers to the, we've packed steers and we've packed some intact, so to me when you grind up hamburger meat, it all tastes the same. All right, so here's the concerns. These are the additional concerns that were raised right here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that these do fancy high definition cameras. Well, that's bright lights in my face. All right, so here we go. Grading. Here's the 4 concerns. The grading of Mexican carcasses will be performed by graders employed by private sector certification bodies rather than the government. Second one is Mexico proposed standards include no provision for ensuring that grades assigned by different graders working for different certification bodies are aligned. So you can have two different systems here. Third thing is the USDA system includes a robust grade labeling program for verifying that the correct USDA grade is applied to the box labels and the retail packaging. Mexico's proposal lacks sufficiently detailed instructions in this area. And finally, it does not appear the result of the grading carried out by Mexico's certification bodies will be publicly available, whereas the USDA publishes regular reports on the results of the grading performed across the United States. So there you can see you've got 4 different major concerns that is going on between the Mexico and the beef trade. So with that, we're going to throw a tune. We're going to throw a tune at you right quick, let you enjoy some Whiskey Kate for a short minute here, and then we're going to come back and talk to author Karen Rocks. We're going to talk to her about some books, and stuff.
I'm already dead. Gave me a look that melted me, and I swear a tear fell in his teeth. He said I've been watching. Saw the evil things he did. Your heart was ashes and you ain't got no fire left. And I'm here tonight to let you know his judgment is coming. Yeah, I'm coming after him.
Yeah, Whiskey Kate right there. You've seen her in studio before. She's up in Colorado. She was opening. I think she was playing with Aaron Watson the other day, up there in Colorado. So she's putting some tunes out there for you. So check that out. And I guess what we're going to do right now is we're going to do some ring-a-ding-ding and call author Karen Rocks. All right, we did tell you we're talking about reading and books and stuff and cowboys and things. So with that, right here on the Pepper Stewart Show, you got Karen Rocks, author of multiple cowboy, western, rodeo book stories, but they're stories. And right here we've got Karen. Karen, how you doing today?
Hi, great, Pepper. How are you?
We are doing good. We're just sitting down here in Dallas, enjoying the weather and talking about stuff. And we teased that we were going to talk about books and stories. So I don't know nothing about that. So we thought we'd bring in an expert that knows about books and stories.
I used to be an English teacher, so that'll work out perfect.
There you go. So Karen Rocks, author of some good. You've got some good books out there. You got the Rocky Mountain Cowboy series going. And some other stuff. You want to tell us about some of those?
Yeah. So a while back, actually, Pepper, when you and I first met, I wrote a book called His Kind of Cowgirl. And in that book, I had one rodeo scene. I had a bull rider, and I didn't know how to write that scene well enough. So I was working with a bull riding agent, a wonderful lady, and she put me in touch with you. She said, let me just forward this scene on to a friend I have and let him look at it. And she contacted me. She said, well, he looked at it, and his feedback was, this gal's not from the West, is she? Which really cracked me up, and I thought, okay, I'm going to like this Pepper. But he's willing to work with you on the scene, and you did. And we even chatted on the phone, and we had a great conversation. And it just really inspired me to think, I've always loved the West. I've loved watching movies, reading books. I mean, from like a very young age, I read this series, and I don't know if you've heard of it, but I used to go to like the dollar bookstore, and buy these books. They're called Westward Bound, where like they followed like people that would settle states out west, and I just fell in love with it. Each one was a different state: Oklahoma, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and I always thought, oh gosh, if I could ever write books set out in the West, that would be a dream come true. So I do kind of feel like I'm living my dream writing this series for sure. So after I wrote that book, you gave me the courage to say, okay, you know what? You can do this, girl. So I went on and I wrote the next book, moved up. It was the sister of the heroine in that book, and moved up to Colorado, because the original book was in Texas, that first one. Moved up to Colorado, and her sister was a stable manager at a dude ranch, and I had this really dark kind of cowboy character. He's a bounty hunter, and he's all scarred up from like a bar fight where he tried to defend his brother, and the people that he got in the fight with, they ended up taking his brother and killing him, and he's on this whole like vengeance thing trying to get these guys. And but I got really caught up in his backstory, and I kept thinking about, like, my husband has 7 brothers, and the Cage family, which is one of the 2 families in this series, they also have a lot of brothers. And I just kept thinking, boy, I'd really like to write a series with a lot of family drama, like a real saga, where, you have a family that has, gone through things I think a lot of people are going through. In their case, they lost one of the brothers. He, unfortunately, through a sports injury, got addicted to opiates. And because of that, he ended up, getting involved with the wrong people and he got murdered. So from the story with the bounty hunter, that's what the Rocky Mountain Cowboy series came out of, was I wanted to go back and look at a family and how do they deal with a loss that is really hard to explain. And each person in the family has dealt with it differently. And each story kind of follows the love story of each of the brothers, and just about the family coming together and healing over this.
Now, when you're writing a series like this, do you plan a series, or do you just start with a book and you just kind of go from the first book and build on that book? Or when you go to write a book, do you think, well, I'm going to do a series of this, or does it just happen?
I am definitely a planner. That's the teacher in me, I guess, maybe. But one thing I started with is I always start with people rather than the story itself. So I just really looked at this family and I thought, who are these people? Who are the Cades? And I thought, okay, Jack Cade, that was the bounty hunter. He's like the enforcer in the family. He's like the oldest brother. And then you've got the second one who stayed home, and he's like the authoritarian. He's like, very protective of the family. He's not going to let any more outsiders come in and threaten the peace of his family or his ranch, and that's James Cade. You have Jared Cade, and I was thinking, he should be the guy that's kind of like, quote-unquote, the good-looking Cade, although they're all gorgeous, but he's like too good-looking for his own good kind of thing. And everything's always come easily to him, but he ends up coming against a situation where things don't come easily, and he's got a lot of growing to do on that. And then Justin Cade is twin brother of Jesse Cade, who died. And, I just thought, he's a really dark character. He really feels deep down that he should have been the one that died, not his brother, because he thinks that Jesse was the better of the two of them. And then I have Jewel Cade, who's their sister, and she can outride, outshoot, outrope her brothers, and she's always had to keep up with them, and they never cut her any slack. She wouldn't want them to. And so then once I have those characters down, then I start thinking about what each story is going to be. And then on top of that, Pepper, I also have the Loveland family, and that's their neighbors, and they've been feuding with them for over 120 years. So every one of those, and they're all brothers and one sister again, huge family, and every one of those cowboys and one cowgirl all have their own personalities too. And so overarching for the whole series, you've got two things going on. You've got these two families that have been feuding for over 100 years over there's like a kidnapping, there was a murder, there was a priceless jewel theft because there was a 50-carat sapphire that was mined from the Yugo Gulch that, was like part of the family's dowry for the girl that got kidnapped and murdered. And they blame the other family. The other family blames the Cades because they strung up the Loveland that they blamed for it and did some vigilante justice right there on the spot. So that feud's been going on, and then and it's just been escalating because of all these water rights issues that's been going on because the Cades have access to the Crystal River. The Lovelands used to have access that they had been granted to go through the Cade land in order to get to the Crystal River, but then the Cades sued to stop that, claiming all kinds of things that they were, cattle were interbreeding because one raises Brahmins, one's Longhorns, and they were causing damage. So it makes it really hard for the Lovelands because they got to drive their cattle way far to get to any water.
Right.
So it makes it difficult for them. So you've got that feud going on over the whole series. And then on top of that, Boyd, who's the widower and head of the Loveland clan, and Joy, who's the widow and head of the Cade clan, they actually used to date way back in the day, and now they're kind of reconnecting, but their adult kids don't want those two to ever get together. That would be, there's no way in heck the Cades and the Lovelands are ever going to be united in a wedding like that. That's not happening.
Oh, man. Well, while you were explaining those, we pulled up the website and showing the folks the website, and we're looking at your website here, and we see someone else on the site. I don't know if it's a guest author or what, but you've got a pup here. What's the story on this pup?
Zoe. Oh my gosh, I love that little dog. She's so darn cute. So Zoe is a mixed breed. She's like part poodle, which makes her you pet her and she never sheds. I love that. And I actually had a dog I was very attached to, and I had her for 13 years. She was a diabetic. She went blind, and she was deaf.
Oh.
And but I kept her going for a long time, and my husband knew that she was pretty much on her way out, and he just went up and said, "We're going to Pennsylvania. I've got a dog. I already bought her." I was like, "What? What are you talking about? I don't want another dog."
Right.
But ended up being the best thing because we did lose my other dog, Lizzie, not too long after that, and it's always been a real comfort. And whenever I write, she sits right by me the whole time. So she's like my little writing buddy.
And speaking of the writing, and the writing in the books, what was it that inspired you to write books? What was it that you just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna write a book?
You know, that's a good question. I think it's something that for a lot of people, not for all writers, but for many, it's not even like you feel like you think, oh, I'm going to write a book. It's more like it's something that you just want to do. And for any profession, you know, when it's something you don't enjoy, it's work. But when it's something you do enjoy, this is just joy. So
Right.
for me, like I've been writing my whole life. Even when I was a little kid, I used to fill up journals, and every year I'd get a new journal, and I'd fill it up with anything. I'd write stories, poems, anything and everything. But I never really had the confidence to try to send anything out until my sister-in-law, who is also a romance author, who would read things that I would write. She said, "Karen, come on, you really got to just get some courage here, girl, and send some things out." Because of her, I ended up sending things out, and then just really took off from there.
Huh. Well, it's working out. It's doing good and working out. You got, you know, quite a few books out there for everybody. We've got your website up, KarenRock.com, and showing everybody about that deal. Well, we won't hold you up any longer, Karen.
Okay.
We do appreciate you visiting with us, and you know, we look forward to the next book and checking it out, seeing what you got, and then maybe catch back up with you later on the next one.
Sounds great. Yeah, I've got Falling for a Cowboy is out right now. So that's a story about a legally blind barrel racer that has a comeback and ends up going back into competition with a really great plan. And that one I think will appeal to anybody that's, you know, ever had any kind of physical challenge. And it's just really all about just never giving up and going for your dreams no matter what your limitations are. And it's a great love story. So I hope everybody will check that one out. And then after that, I've got a story called Bad Boy Rancher.
Uh-oh.
That comes out in April. So yeah, please do check me out on my website. I've got lots of news up there for everybody. And I also have a club called the Rocky Mountain Cowboys Book Club. And we are right now it's a small group, 300 strong, but really dedicated to like Western romances. So check that out on Facebook too.
All right, we'll do that.
All right, thank you so much, Pepper. I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, how about that? That's good stuff. Books. If anybody likes to read books, they're there to read books. As a matter of fact, the book she was just talking about. If you want to check this out, it says right here, Barrel Racer Amberly wants to join the circuit, but she's overcoming something. What she say, being blind. So that's good stuff right there. So check that out. But what else is going on? We got any more stuff over there? We got some stores. We got stuff. We got stuff going on today. What time is it? It is time for. Oh man, it's odd news. I'm gonna do PBR right quick.
PBR kicked off this weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna do PBR. Let's do PBR right quick, and then we'll jump into the odd news segment, and then we need to talk to Ricky West about the bull riding, and then we got a couple movie trailers for your entertainment pleasure. PBR bull riding. PBR segment sponsored today by the PBR, none other than the Professional Bull Riders. Somebody's going to be lucky to win tickets to that deal for the Iron Cowboy and the American here in a little while. We'll announce that towards the conclusion of the broadcast. PBR bull ride right here. We go. We got the 15-15 bucking battle. That's all we're going to talk about right now. Jess Lockwood, he's going to first event back for Jess as the reigning world champion right there. He's drawn 7 dust. He's going to get on a bull called 7 dust right there. Let's see. He's one of only 2 riders to ever ride 7 dust out of 32 in the PBR's Premier Series level. It's called the Premier. All right, there's been a lot of controversy going on in all these Facebook groups. There's so many Facebook groups about PBR and bull ride. The PBR, I don't know. I get a kick out of stuff going on in there, as do some of you. Well, anyway, it's called Premier Series. Well, it's 25th anniversary of the PBR this year. So everybody's like, well, what happened? Is Ford, is Premier, is it soccer now? Is it called Premier because Premier English soccer? What is going on? Well, if you like bull riding, don't worry about what it's called. Just watch the bull ride. It don't matter what they call it. It's still bull riding. It's still the same guys you like to watch on your TV. Bull riding is called bull riding. It's professional bull riders. It doesn't matter what the title is or what. Just watch it. Come on, guys. All right. Enough of that. Marcus knows what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Your 15 bucking battle matchups. A lot of folks have been wondering what's going to happen, who's going to do what. So here's your draw. We'll run the 15 off, and then we're going to jump into the odd news. Let's start with Jess Lockwood in 7 dust right there. Of course, he's rode 7 dust before, so let's see what happens. Derek Kobaba is rematching versus Lester Gillis. You got Cooper Davis against Cut the Cord. Cooper's bested him before. Eduardo Aparecido versus Freakin' Nature. That's another rematch going on. Freakin' Nature's 6-0, by the way. Kaiki Pacheco right there. Moda. He spurred that one down before. Who we got? Jose Victor Lemme. He's on Mystical. I bet you negative 25 cents, which means if I win, you owe me 25 cents, that Jose Victor Lemme spurs the donkey show out of Mystical, because that little dude can ride some bulls. That Brazilian kid can get it on. Let's go Diener Bosa versus Wiley. You got Stormy Wings jumping on Losing My Religion. So we'll find out if he's going to be blessed or not. Fabiano Vieira's on Big Dutch. Silvano Alves on Show Nuff. Joel Ricardo Vieira, he's got Coat Cheese. That's another rematch. Matter of fact, we shared the photo the other day in one of those groups of the last matchup between him and Coat Cheese, where Coat Cheese is about to give him the business. Who else we got? Coat Cheese. We got Claudio Monteiro there on Slinger Jr. See what happens. Cody Till's on He Do. Rubens Barbosa's on Roman. That's another rematch. And then the PBR Golden Child JB Mooney is getting on Breaking Bad. So let's see who's doing. We got Breaking Bad with Bad to the Bone playing in the background. So what's the worst that could happen? We're gonna find out how healed up JB really is, because it was a no there in Las Vegas when that went down. So what do we got here? We got odd news right here with Tex. We got odd news with Tex right here.
What do you buy? Who?
Master Hatters of Texas, right there. Check them out online at masterhatters.com. Ask for them by name at your local Western store, especially at Cavender's. Get one. You know you want one. You want to be fancy like Tex, you know you want to get one.
All the lady falling on me, away from me.
Yeah, away from you, all right? That's exactly what happened. Exactly. What do you got? What happened over there? Can you cross the road or can you not cross the road? I don't know.
I've been hearing all my life about the chicken that may or not have crossed the road.
What happens if a chicken I'm just curious. Is it legal or illegal for a chicken to cross the road? Could they get arrested?
Well, in California,
California.
it happened. Something happened. California Highway Patrol was called to a section of freeway to round up more than a dozen chickens running loose on the roadway. They responded to a call at 6:09 a.m. Tuesday in North Walt Downey area after more than a dozen chickens escaped from a cage.
All right.
Yeah, it came from a cage that fell off the back of the truck.
Somebody didn't read the new DOT livestock.
I think you put they
new
have everything
livestock
tied down, don't they?
Yeah.
They didn't put the right, flap on it.
Yeah, put your strap on.
That's what I tell them all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Like you don't come over unless you have a flap on.
Yeah. You don't want to fall out. All right.
Yeah.
What else you got?
The road was temporarily closed due to live chickens in all lanes. And about 8 a.m., the officers managed to rescue 17. But
right.
2 were hit by a vehicle. They went to chicken heaven.
Is there really such thing? I'm curious about that.
We did not learn that in seminary, but just to let you know.
You didn't learn about chicken heaven? I
We-
thought all dogs go to heaven. I saw that movie
No.
one time.
We didn't learn that in seminary either.
They didn't teach you that either?
No.
All right.
The driver was unaware of the cave fall and drove away from the chicken. He just kept driving. I ain't picking on the chicken. It's unclear whether the driver will face any charges or fine. We took these guys back into custody without any trouble. Chicken.
Chicken.
They were too chicken to fight.
What happened?
Yeah. California hybrid fall. Fun don't try to make joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Joey did the chicken cross the road. We still don't know because they were just all over the road.
That's right.
They didn't never crossed it.
We don't know. All right, let's do a little ring a ding ding. I guess we teased some movie trailers, and I guess we're gonna tease them for next episode because we're gonna do talk to Ricky West Bucking Bulls, and then we're gonna get out of here. So let's get a hold of Ricky. Let's talk to Ricky and find out about the event going on next weekend that you need to be at in Alabama. All right here on the line with us today on the Pepper Stewart Show, we've got Mr. Ricky West Bucking Bulls, Alabama Rains. I guess it's Rainsville, Alabama, the Bull Bash 2018, and it's going on next weekend, which will be the 12th and 13th. And right here we got Mr. Ricky West to fill you in on all the festivities and the details. What's taking place that weekend? So how you doing tonight, Ricky?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing good. Just sitting here talking about bull riding and rodeo stuff, and gonna see what you guys got planned. Going on next weekend there in Rainsville, Alabama. If you want to kind of fill us in on the history of the event, and then kind of up to what you got going on next weekend.
Yes, sir. This is our 15th year to have the Bull Bash. We actually done it for 7 years here at our home in Fife, and then when the Agri Center got built in 2011, we moved it up there, and this is our 8th year at the Ag Center.
All right.
And it's next Friday night, January the 12th and 13th.
All right, and this will be a PBR Tour Pro event.
Yes, sir.
And you will have some special guests on site as well.
Yes, sir. We'll have Jerome Davis. He brings a load of bulls in for us, and then while he's there, he'll sign autographs, and he also commentates during the short round both nights.
Okay, all right. And when the people come out, everybody has bull ridings, and bull rides are different. What can the folks expect when they come out next weekend?
I'm real big on pyros. I love pyros, and we have a really big opening with our pyros, and we have a replay screen. I think folks will enjoy it, and especially our opening. Our opening is what we really, really push, far as our events.
Okay, and as far as... Go ahead.
There's 35 guys each night. We'll have a short round both nights.
Okay, so there's gonna be no shortage of some bull action going on then.
No, sir. I've got, like I said, I had Jerome Davis bringing bulls. I've got Scott Burris bringing bulls, and Edward Martinez right there out of Mesquite, Texas. He's bringing bulls.
Matter of fact, that's about 5 minutes from the studio right here, right down the road from us. All right, well, that's gonna be a good deal. Do you have an early list of maybe some of the guys that's going to be there?
I don't have the list in front of me, Pepper. I do know when I glanced over the list, I know Brant Atwood's entered, and I remember that name sticking out. There were several really good bull riders entered, but I do remember his name. But I don't have the list in front of me to actually go over it with you.
Oh, all right. Well, that'd be good to see. Good to see Brant back. You know, Brant's come in here and co-hosted the show with us before and things. So that's a pretty good guy right there. So that'd be good guy to see out there getting after it. And I think one of our buddies, Anthony Lyon's, going to be out there. I think he's headed that way too. So it's just going to be what it sounds like to me is there's going to be 2 days of action-packed bull riding action. Is what it sounds like.
Yes, sir.
All right.
We usually have a packed house both nights, and which that really helps the guys too. You know, when you got a really good crowd and they're into it.
And I'm guessing this is this center is an indoor, like a covered indoor facility.
It's actually a complete indoor. It's all indoors. It's a controlled environment.
Okay.
It's if anybody wants to look it up, it's the Northeast Alabama Agribusiness Center.
Okay, so they don't have to worry about the weather. They just come in, sit down, relax, and enjoy some bull riding.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This year been cold the last few days here.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right, Ricky. Well, man, I won't hold you up any longer. We appreciate you visiting with us and filling the folks in on what's going on up there next weekend, and then of course we'll have our reporter Marquis will be up there as well, getting some good footage and stuff for us to bring back. You know, following the event and. We appreciate you visiting with us and appreciate you, having our folks up there, and we look forward to a great event.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good deal right there. Good deal. Bull riding action. Jerome Davis going to be there. Go check it out. Go see Jerome Davis. Say hello. Check out his bulls. They got some good bulls. Jerome be there. His wife be flanking bulls. Flank them, rank them, right? And if you want to flank bulls, buck and rank bull flanks, go get some. Yeah, you can get the purple all-timers awareness. If you get the purple flank, that's why our flyer for buck and rank bull flanks is purple, because that goes back to our original reporter from back in the old days, still hanging out with us, still doing stuff from time to time with us, Miss Bonnie Hay, and her all-timers awareness deal. So, that's a good friend of hers, and they come up with a great idea. And so you can get the purple bull flanks, and percentage or the proceeds, something like that, goes to all-timers awareness. So it's
all-timer affect the whole family, not just one person.
No, everybody. So that's a good deal. You want to check it out. Other than that, I guess we're going to have to get out of here and go do some stuff. We're going to get on the highways and byways of Texas. So with that, we'll just tell you guys, find him, internet, Tex Travis on Facebook, everything else, Pepper Stewart Show on Facebook, pepperstewart.com. Look around, wander around, and while you're there, buy a t-shirt.